AITAH, that my husband is planning to go on a dinner date with a long-term ex. I need some unbiased advice. And honestly, I'm feeling too overwhelmed and exhausted to think clearly right now. My emotions are all over the place, and I hope you can help me see things from an outside perspective. I'll try my best to explain everything, but bear with me if my thoughts seem scattered. Here's the situation I'm dealing with. My husband Jack and I have been married for 6 years. He's 36 and I'm 30. Before we got together, Jack was in a long-term relationship with a woman named Emma. They were together for years, but things didn't work out because Jack wasn't ready for marriage or kids. After they broke up, Emma moved away. Not long after that, I met Jack. We connected quickly, and soon enough, we were dating. But here's the thing. Jack's friends never really accepted me. Emma was tall, blonde, with blue eyes and had a PhD. I, on the other hand, am short with dark curly hair, a bit of an introvert, and I'm just a nurse. Jack's friends still call me the rebound girl to this day. At our wedding, his best man even joked during the speech, saying, "We all thought rebound girls were temporary, but Jack made an honest woman out of her." Everyone laughed, but I didn't. They've always made these remarks about how Jack downgraded from Emma to me. Despite their constant jabs, I tried my best to brush it off, focusing on my marriage and how much I love Jack. But it's been difficult, especially when Jack continues to spend so much time with these friends who clearly don't respect me. Fast forward to last weekend. We attended a fundraising gala together, and guess who showed up? Emma. It was my first time seeing her in person, and honestly, she looked just as Jack and his friends had described: tall, beautiful, and full of confidence. When Jack introduced me to her, she didn't miss a beat. She smiled and said, "Oh, I've heard about you." The guys weren't kidding with their descriptions. Ha ha. My stomach sank. What followed hurt even more. Jack and Emma started reminiscing about old times. They talked all night, catching up as if no time had passed. I tried to stay busy by talking to other people at the event, but I couldn't shake this uneasy feeling. Later that night, as we were getting ready for bed, Jack casually mentioned that he should go out to dinner with Emma before she left town. I assumed he meant inviting her over to our place for dinner, so I offered to cook. But Jack corrected me, saying it would just be the two of them going out to dinner. I couldn't believe it. I asked him straight up, "Like a date?" And he replied, "No, just two friends having dinner. Why are you so insecure?" I felt a lump forming in my throat, so I asked him, "Do you miss her? Do you miss being with her?" He hesitated, and then, almost casually, he said, "I'm not going to lie, it felt great talking to her tonight. There's just something about her." I couldn't sleep that night. My mind was racing. How could he say that? I felt like I was suffocating, trapped in this marriage where I was second best. I told Jack that if he goes on this dinner with Emma, I'm done. He brushed it off, saying I was overreacting and being insecure. The next day, I stayed awake, waiting for him to come home. I needed to talk to him, to get to the bottom of everything. When he finally walked through the door, I confronted him. I asked, "Were you out with Emma?" Jack pulled out his phone and showed me pictures of him with his friends, Emma included. He assured me it was just a group gathering, and I felt a wave of relief wash over me. I even started to feel guilty for being so suspicious. But then, Jack asked me to sit down. He said we needed to talk. I'll never forget his next words. He admitted that ever since seeing Emma at the gala, he couldn't stop thinking about her. He confessed that he took time off work to spend Monday and Tuesday with her, without telling me. While I thought he was at work, he was with Emma. All day, he went on and on about their connection, how strong it still felt, and how much he enjoyed being with her. Then he dropped the bombshell, "I'm sweet," but he never felt that spark with me like he does with Emma. I sat there stunned. I asked him if he had slept with her, but he refused to answer. I kept asking again and again, but he just stayed silent. That silence told me everything I needed to know. I was furious. I asked him why he married me if he wasn't over Emma. He said he thought I was the one at first. But after spending time with Emma again, he realized there's no spark between us. Jack tried to comfort me, telling me I'd find someone else, that I deserved to be happy too. I was too angry to listen. I asked him, "Where was Emma when you needed support during your cancer treatments? Why didn't she call you then?" He went quiet, unable to respond. Looking back, I feel like such a fool for ignoring all the red flags. I wasted 6 years of my life with someone who was never fully mine. My next step is to hire a lawyer and find my own place. I'm numb, but I know I have to move on. I've already reached out to my brother for support. Thanks to everyone who's taken the time to read this. I just need to get through this, one step at a time.